Hey guys, well, this is our CC Week 3 memory work from today. And we start with timeline. So for timeline, the kids just went around the room and they had to do hide and seek and find all the cards and then put them in order and then sing it to make sure they had put it in order right. So it was kind of a fun game that they played. And then for history, tell me about the Crusades. So we did some fun hand motions for this. So Richard, ASL sign for R. Richard, the lion-hearted, like the lion claws. Son of Eleanor, made a ASL E. And then of Aquitaine, we made an A. Fought the Turks. So we acted like we were in a boxing match. Fought the Turks. For Jerusalem, ASL sign for J. And then during the time, so we went back to the time, pointing to the watch sort of, during the time of the Crusades, draw the sword, from 1095 to 1291. Then for science, what are 3 types of consumers? We had herbivores, so we did the little plant again, herbivores. Carnivores, kind of like land animals, okay? And then omnivores do both. So omnivores, you do both of the symbols because they eat both. Then for math, 5s and 6s, 5s made some fun math exercise. So we did different exercises while we skip counted. And then I brought back the little Nerf bow and arrow that we had the first week, and we hit the numbers after we sang the song to try to eliminate some of the numbers for the 6s. And then for English, we did this little cadence that I've done in years past. This is a fun one because there's so much you can do with it. You can also play games with like first person, singular. You know, if you have a couple kids in the house, you can have them all stand by themselves and talk about like the singular, first person, second person, third person, singular, and plural. But we did a little cadence that we'll probably use sometimes when we're walking through the building too, to try to be quiet. We'll whisper it. But it's kind of like a military cadence. So it's like a I say it, you say it. So I'll just say the cadence on here, and then if you decide to practice it at home, you can, and march around the house and have them say it after you. But it goes first person singular, second person singular, and then repeat third person singular, and then repeat, then you go pronoun order, and then you go first person plural, second person plural, and third person plural, pronoun order. But they would be singing and repeating everything in between. When I do it on the short video, I'll sing it twice just so you can hear how that will go. And then for Latin, we had first conjugation endings, imperfect tense, and bombas but. It always sounds like a drum to me, so they got to drum their rhythm on the table and be a little silly with it, because we know all kids love to pound on the table and be noisy once in a while, right? So we just let everybody drum their own rhythm while we sang those. And then last, the Western European countries. Since they're a little more simple, it was a good day to do some tracing on the map. And we also had them search for the countries by, once we found Ireland, like, okay, where's England? It starts with E, and so it's, if you flip the map around and you're on the side that actually shows the names, it kind of gives them that practice. Some of them are awesome readers already, but for the ones that are still working on it a little, it gives them a little extra practice there too. And then finally, we've been kind of just going through week by week, singing these songs to the tune of One Little, Two Little. So last week we had done the European waters, and we had sang the kind of the first half of the song. So this one came in with the second half, and it was fun because we said it real fast. So it would go, Western European countries are, and then we kind of waited. Ireland, England, Portugal, Spain, France. and it ends the song. So that is it for week 3. And I will post the other video as well that is just kind of going through all the memory work nice and fast in case you need to just listen for quick reference. But have a wonderful week and happy CC.